Hey, it's just for Beulah County. Yeah, right on your head like a bounty. Said I'm from Beulah, they know I'm from Beulah, so let me just go talk about my surroundings. Shout out them Eagles that's out in Geneva, them Lakers, oh yeah, that's Palmettunin Valley. We from the 4-4 chasing these goals. If you in the way, you get taken out proudly. And Jefferson soaring with Falcons. Said that you working, you ain't really working. You see that we working, our hands got a callus. Putting in reps till we moving some mountains. Edgewood got warriors, they won't allow it. Me, I bleed green and gold, they know defeating no dragons who run the whole city. You wildin', and they really bout it. And next we gon' go to Grand Valley. Work like a horse and don't show no remorse. So opponents keep coming, we stack them and pile them. Yeah, and kinda got flooded with Spartans. As soon as they pull up on game day, we park them. Cause we number one in that spot, ain't a bargain. Man, shout out St. John, they be ballin' like Harden. This for the 4-4. This for the 4-4. This for the 4-4.
What is going on, everybody? It is 9 o'clock on a Friday as we're getting ready here for the combine to begin tomorrow. 9 o'clock is what time it is set to get going. So it's a rain or shine event. So, you know, we are definitely going to get things moving. Get that off of there. There we go. We are definitely going on with this. It's a rain or shine event. I have been watching the weather very, very closely all week. Also been paying attention to the air quality and the things that are going on with that. By tomorrow, the air quality should be at a safe level. I think the rain that we're supposed to get overnight tonight is actually going to help with that, but we are at a safe level tomorrow. So I'm encouraging you guys all to come out and check out this combine that's going to be going on. We got a lot of athletes, a lot of great athletes going to be on the field tomorrow. There's a bunch of great coaches and volunteers. It's going to be a great day. Now, we have a tight window tomorrow, so we are definitely going to be making the most of that window. You know, from what I can from what I've gathered looking at the apps, it looks like we're going to have some rain in the early part of the morning, you know, between 8:30 or 9, it's supposed to stop. And then we're supposed to be clear, a little bit of wind, you know, not much rain up until about 3-4 o'clock when storms come in. So that's kind of what we're planning on. That's what we're praying for. That way this can go off without a hitch. The event time, the athletes are going to get there for the check-in at 9 o'clock. I wouldn't expect any events to actually start taking place until about 9:30, 10 o'clock. That's what we're looking at. And then, of course, you know, it's the 7-on-7 tournament. You know, we've got all 8 teams this year. I'm very, very excited about that. You know, looking at the 40-yard dash, the bench press, the shuttle drill, the vertical, the broad jump, the 10-pound medicine ball throw, and then, of course, the 7-on-7 drill. The only thing that's going to lead to an actual delay tomorrow is going to be, in fact, if lightning happens. We do have a plan in place. If lightning comes around, we'll be delayed until it's safe to return to the field. But I also want to mention, you know, for those of you coming out and want to enjoy and support these local athletes, the Goal Line Club, which is Lakeside's booster club, they will be running concessions tomorrow. They'll have chips and hot dogs and water available for you guys. I believe we're going to have just-in-time staffing there. So if you're interested, you know, they're a great temp agency from around the area coming out there. They'll have some information and things at that. So if you're looking for a job or know somebody who is looking for a job, that's a great place to start. They can definitely get you pointed in the right direction. But, you know, tomorrow's biggest thing, it's about the athletes. These kids have been working hard. If you're paying attention to the various athletics pages on social media, whether it's, you know, the school pages or you know, this page right here or YSN, you've seen that they've been doing 7-on-7s a lot. So I'm really looking forward to this year's 7-on-7 tournament. I think we're going to have some really high level play. We've got 7 teams competing in the 7-on-7. Last year, the Edgewood Warriors were able to take it home. And, I know enough, I'm close enough to that program to know that this is a trophy that they want to get a duplicate of. They're looking for a set this year. There are 6 other teams, though, that have something to say about that. I'm very, very excited for that. We are going to have some volunteer officials this year. So thank you to those guys who have stepped up. I'm not going to say any names until tomorrow. Again, it's going to be a fantastic event. I want to send another huge shout out to this year's sponsors. We're going to start it off right now. Great Lakes Driving School, first time sponsor. It's a newer company, Great Lakes Driving Academy. Bobby McCoy has got this academy going. Again, as I told you guys earlier in the week, I'm catering to the age bracket that is going to utilize this. And that's what makes me so proud to have them as a sponsor, because this is a company that is going to make our young men and our young women safe on the road as these kids are turning 16, 17, 15 and a half, and they're getting their temporary license or their permanent license. You want to make sure that you're putting them in the hands of somebody who is going to make them a safe driver and a responsible driver. That is a huge task, and I tip my hat to Bobby McCoy and Great Lakes Driving Academy for taking on this task. It's one of those tasks that's only going to happen for somebody who has passion for both driving as well as youth. And he's taking care of both of those. And again, as I said earlier this week, this is a company that I'm trusting with my own children. So if I'm trusting them with my children, that means I would highly recommend you trust them with yours. You want to make sure when these kids get behind the wheel, not only are they prepared to pass the test, but they're prepared to be responsible and safe drivers out on the road. So Great Lakes Driving Academy, I think you're going to see a lot more of these guys around coming up here in this season. But thank you for stepping up and stepping in here and as a sponsor and getting your feet wet, I guess, with the youth sports movement that we've got going on here. Although Bobby McCoy is not new to this, he is true to this. He's been around young athletes, as long as I've known him. So again, thank you to Great Lakes Driving Academy. I can't thank you enough for stepping up and jumping in this year. Another sponsor this year, the Ashtabula County Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. They have been a staple since the beginning, since we were 4-4-0 in goal, and it was just 2 guys out here talking. Ashtabula County Nursing Home has always been there. They've been there since the first combine. They're back again every year, and this being the 6th. This is a county nursing home that is going to take care of your loved ones, and they're going to treat them like their loved ones. And rehabilitation, whether you're talking about temporary or long-term, is such an important deal. Whether you're recovering from a hip surgery, a knee surgery, or just an illness, you want to make sure that you're putting your loved ones or yourself in a place that's actually going to care for you and take care of you. Ashtabula County Nursing Home, that's one of the best in the business. And when you have a business that wants to give back to the community that it's serving, that's a huge plus for me. So thank you so much again for stepping up, as always, Ashtabula County Nursing Home. And you talk about another veteran in sponsorship. It's Torado Snow Plowing and Landscaping. Over these past winters, the last 2 winners have been true Ashtabula, Northeast Ohio winners. Snow plowing has been paramount. Ray Torado and Torado Snow Plowing and Landscaping, they're going to get out there and get the job done. They're going to make sure you can get out of that driveway, get to work, take care of those things. He takes pride in his work, and when it's not snowing and there's grass out there, he's making sure your lawn is absolutely beautiful. Ray Torado is somebody who's not only in the coaching scene, but he's been around the landscaping scene, since we were right out of high school. This guy's been doing it for 20 plus years. He's a guy that, I even ask questions for, how I need to do things. I'm very, very thankful for him and this business for sponsoring. Again, guys, it's the generosity, it's the sponsorships of the local businesses that help these things go. Nothing in this world is free. We have to pay for all kinds of things, whether it's, equipment or, insurances or things like that, t-shirts, those sort of things. It's a big deal when businesses come in to help. And it creates new opportunities. So thank you guys all for checking in and helping me to put on this event for the 6th year again. I also want to send a huge shout out to Play All Trophies. They stepped up for the trophies this year. I'm not putting them out this year until after the event. You got to come out. You want to see what these plaques and what these trophies look like. Come on out to Lakeside tomorrow. You're going to get to see it. Rob Simpson, man, he has never missed. If you have awards or trophies or things like that are going on, make sure you go check him out right there on beautiful downtown Ashtabula, the real downtown Ashtabula, right there on Main Avenue. Rob Simpson's been holding down the fort, and he always does a phenomenal job. I call him, I give him my crazy ideas, and he brings them to life. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Let's talk a little bit about this 7-on-7, though. The bracket has been updated. This is the final one. This is the one we're rolling with tomorrow. You're going to have the Grand Valley Mustangs taking on the Conneaut Spartans. That's going to be in round number 1. The Edgewood Warriors, not only did they get the trophy last year, but with that trophy comes the gift of a bye. They're going to get a bye in the first round. They'll play the winner of Grand Valley versus Conneaut. The Pymatuning Valley Lakers are taking on the Jefferson Falcons right there in round 1. Pymatuning Valley won the year before, so they're looking to get that trophy for a second time. Jefferson Falcons are coming in here revamped, renewed with a new set of energy. I'm very, very excited to watch this matchup in particular. And then another rematch from last year. It's the Lakeside Dragons versus the St. John Heralds. This was a high test match early last year. Lakeside's coming in and trying to get some get back, and St. John is trying to remain the king of the hill. We'll see how that's going to go tomorrow. One thing I can say about Ashtabula County this year that's been a pleasant surprise. I think quarterback play over the past decade has just improved so much. We went from an era of football like, back when I played in, the early 2000s where, your running back kind of determined how good your offense really was. And this is no slight to the running backs. We still have some fantastic running backs out here, but the quarterback play that we have, it is nothing to see a quarterback go out week in, week out and throw for 250 yards plus. And everybody is finding a way to move the ball, to find the grass, to keep this aggressive approach. And it's refreshing, and it makes for exciting football. On the other side of that, anytime you're passing the ball that much, what Woody Hayes said, there's only one good thing that can happen. It's forcing our corners to get better. It's forcing these defensive backfields to kind of think on their feet. And I think that's why we're starting to see some of the postseason the postseason success that we are. Now, the exception to this rule is obviously those big bad dudes at Geneva, man. They've made it a way. They go out there, we're going to run the ball. You're not going to stop it. And that's how we win ball games. But other teams have gone out there and they're trying to figure out this passing game and making it work for them. And it's exciting to watch. I love, if nothing more than to provide these opportunities for these young athletes right here in Ashtabula County. One of my favorite things to watch is the evolution of football right here in Ashtabula County. I am, I am one of those guys that will argue until the cows come home about how good Ashtabula County football is. And, my YSN guys were, if they're watching, are probably laughing at that because it's a running argument that we go about. But it's true. It's how much I actually care about this. We've got some really, really talented teams coming in this year that I'm really excited to see. There are some, there is one backfield in particular. And I'm not going to gas anybody up, but there is one backfield in particular I'm so interested in seeing live in person. There's one team in this county that's got two guys in that backfield. Let's say they're workhorses. The stable appears to be full, and I can't wait to see this one live and in person tomorrow. Again, rain or shine. That's how this is going down. Whether it rains, we're going to, or it's sunny and hot, we're going to be out there and we're going to be doing it. You as a community member, make sure you guys are sharing this. Make sure you guys are talking about it. I'm hoping to get as many people out there as we possibly can. Show these kids what it looks like to fill the stadium up, to get Ashtabula all looking at the same area at the same time. So again, this is going to be your final check-in before the big event. It's the Eve, baby. It's my Christmas Eve, Christmas in July here on the 440 Sports Show. The combine starts tomorrow. Look for the events to start around 10. We'll be opening the gates at 9 o'clock. It's $5 to enter. And check that out. It's going to include the combine portion as well as the 7-on-7. All that money is going toward, funding scholarships and putting on events and keeping the wheels moving. So, your generosity of your time, and you're going to get a heck of a show. I can tell you that much. There are some guys out there that I'm so excited for. I'm more excited for than I've been over in past years, because I think there are some athletes this year that are truly going to turn some heads, not just at a county level, but at a state level. I'll tell you what, I'm so ready for football. It's coming through my pores right now. Bring on football, and we're going to get it started right here in the 440 tomorrow. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock is when we'll open the gates. We'll see you there. There's going to be all kinds of, people and athletes, and you'll get to see. I don't know. Are there going to be some records broke? I'll tell you one record that I don't know is going to be broke anytime soon. I could be proven wrong tomorrow. Matthew Webster last year with 39 reps of 185 pounds. When will that be broken? Is the shuttle ever going to be broken? Sean Allgood Jr. has held that record now for 3 years. The 40, that one was broken last year by Grand Valley's own Jamil Massingill. Can anybody outdo that? We'll find out tomorrow. 9 o'clock, Lakeside High School, rain or shine. That's where we'll be, baby. It's football time right here in the 440. My name is Sam Torres. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Come on out, support these kids. It's a fun event and one I look forward to every single year. We'll see you, and thanks for tuning in.
This for the football. This for the football. For the city and the back roads, got a whole county full of them goats. All from the football. Hey, it's just for Beulah County. Yeah, right on your head like a bounty. Said I'm from Beulah, they know I'm from Beulah, so let me just go talk about my surroundings. Shout out them Eagles that's out in Geneva, them Lakers, oh yeah, that's Palmetto Valley. We from the football chasing these goals. If you in the way, you get taken out proudly. And Jefferson soaring with Falcons. Said that you working, you ain't really working. You see that we working, our hands got a callus. Putting in reps till we moving some mountains. Edgewell got warriors, they won't allow it. Me, I bleed green and gold, they know defeating those dragons who run the whole city. You wildin', and they really bout it. And next we gon' go to Grand Valley. Work like a horse and don't show no remorse. So opponents keep coming, we stack them and pile them. Yeah, and Connie got flooded with Spartans. As soon as they pull up on game day, we park them. Cause we number one in that spot, ain't a bargain. Man, shout out St. John, they be ballin' like Harden. This for the football. This for the football. This for the football.